Going to school there was pretty difficult. It might have been easier for other kids, but for me, I always thought it was pretty hard. You know,
Yeah.
you pretty much you go to school. You're in the same class with the same people from the time you're in first grade until you graduate. So you don't go from class to class. You stay in one classroom and the teachers come. You know what I mean?
Oh,
So if math teacher will come at a certain time, teach math, leave, then history teacher will come,
wow.
so you go to school with the same people, you know what I mean? But
How long? How many years does it take to graduate school?
I believe 11th grade or something like that. It's more different than here. Over there you could, go to college when you're 15, 16 years old. You finish like ninth grade, 10th grade, and then you go straight to college. You know what I
Mm.
mean? So a lot of people do that. A lot of people finish out high school and everything. So it just kind of depends on the opportunities they might have. Um, so yeah, it's definitely different. But um, at the same time, you kind of learn a lot, from just experiencing a different type of education system, but
It sounds pretty. I mean, I don't know. I think that sounds pretty cool to be that if you do actually have the same people with you the whole time, maybe the same teacher the whole time, depending on how qualified the teacher is.
exactly.
That doesn't sound so bad to me.
No, it's not too bad, and you end up being friends with those same kids, pretty much your whole life. You know what I mean? To this day, I talk to my classmates from the
Really?
time I was in
Wow.
second grade. You know what I mean?
That's
So
crazy.
it's pretty cool. We all talk to each other still, but at the same time, when you're young, you might not like each other, or
Oh
you know
wow.
what I mean. So it's some of them kind of you don't talk to, but mostly everybody stays pretty close. You know, but it was a good experience.
And I remember you. So they still discipline their kids.
Oh, they do. Yes,
Tell us about
it's
that.
uh, it's pretty brutal. You know what I mean? Your teachers are able to, beat you, smack you, anything, and you don't just go home and tell your parents like, "Oh, my teacher slapped me today," so they're gonna ask you, "What'd you do?" You know what I mean? Um, but yeah, I remember, getting hit a lot at school. Even there might be times you don't even do nothing. They might be walking by you and they'll just, if you're not studying or you're not reading or whatever, they'll just hit you in the back of the head like, "Bah," or smack you, and in our class, our teacher, she had a really long stick. She would carry that throughout the whole school. She would take it home with her, like she would, and she was a short lady, and she kind of looked like a little penguin, So all the boys in my class, we would call her Penguin, not in front of her or anything like that. You know what I mean? We'd just be messing around with each other, and I remember one time all the girls, in our class told the teacher, and she made every single, boy in the class stand in front of the board, and she just came with her stick and just hit you with it everywhere. Like might be in the chest, your
Oh man.
thighs, or yeah.
How many times?
Oh, a few times, good times too. Like, and it was painful. It was painful. I've seen some kids like get brutally beat. You know what I
Oh
mean? But
wow, that's
I mean,
crazy.
it's been going on for years and generations. It's normal. I'm at this time. I'm not sure if it's like that anymore. Who knows? But yeah, around those times it was pretty crazy, and
Wow.
yeah, it was a crazy experience.
And so you living with your grandmother. Where is your parents?
When I was living with my grandmother, my mom, she would work like month or 2 months at a time. She would do drafting, drafting for oil fields. You know, So my mom actually took care of my grandparents, her siblings. Yeah, my mom worked very, very hard, at a young age. And there was a lot of times, I didn't really get to see my mom very much.